Alright, budget magic time. Playing some Sunmare White in Standard. And we'll try this. No Sunmare, but a couple of okay creatures. So, planes, go. Would rather not have double Gacella, but if one dies, we get to play another one. Shambling Vent for our opponent. Not a land. It's a land. Well, play Glorybound Initiate, pass the turn. What's our opponent on? Another Shambling Vent. And passes. Non-land. Alright, well, Stasis Snare is a non-land. That does fit our request. Get in with Glorybound. No exert. Opponent has Fatal Push. Okay, pass the turn. We'll see how this goes. This might be a rough removal-heavy matchup. Lone Rider. Oh. Someone else is playing what we're playing. Or something similar to what we're playing. Well, you better Stasis Snare the Lone Rider, because it's going to flip next turn. Play a Plains, play Gacella, pass the turn. So is our opponent Black-White Crested Sunmare? I consider Black-White definitely harder to do on a budget. That part was very much for certain. Gideon. Interesting. Fires it up. Well, hit Gideon. Play Thraben Inspector, get a clue. Play Glorybound Initiate. Watch us get fumigated. That would be rough. And it would make the Gideon play make more sense. Opponent has Cast Out for Gacella. Well, we still get to kill the Gideon, which is nice. Makes a 2/2. Plays Shambling Vent. Well, crack our clue. More lands. More Gacellas. Well, I guess we don't necessarily get to kill Gideon. Attack Gideon. Oh, yeah, we do. Alright, attack and exert. So Gideon's dead either way. They kill Thraben Inspector. We follow up Gacella number 2. Pass the turn. Retreat to Hagra. Alright, this is definitely a Crested Sunmare deck. Opponent plays a land. I don't know about this Black-White build. It's interesting. There's definitely... Shambling Vent is one of the biggest reasons to be black. Not sure about Retreat. Anguish Unmaking. Well, our opponent killing our Gacellas isn't that bad because we drew so many of them. Opponent gets in for 2. Thankfully, we're at 27. So let's Gacella, number 3, pass the turn. And next turn, we'll have our Always Watching for infinite exerts. Sunscourge Champion. Yep. Gains some life. Last card is a Bantu. Opponent passes. Thraben Inspector is actually a great draw here. Always Watching. Thraben Inspector. Attack and exert. Attack. Opponent can't Bantu block. They can block with Sunscourge Champion. Down to 15. Pass the turn. Now we just want a horse. If we can draw a Crested Sunmare, things will get really out of control really quickly. Our opponent can get this back if they want as a 4/4. They can also start trying to leave up Bantu. Thankfully, we have a lot of flyers. And our opponent scoops it up. Can't beat the flyers. We haven't run into any good Solemnity matchups. No one's playing Solemnity for some reason. Okay. Black-White. I'm assuming Crested Sunmare based on the cards that we saw. Looks like a Black-White Sunmare deck. Let's bring in Cast Out. Number 4. Go down. Maybe an Ether Sphere Harvester? You know, they probably have Wraths. Huh. Yeah, we'll go down one Ether Sphere Harvester. Try it like that. Alright, this is fine. A little slow, but fine. Let's just lead on... Let's lead on Plains. We might actually cycle Desert. We'll see. We can play Desert next turn pretty much for free. So we mostly just want to see if we draw a land here. Alright, since we drew Ether Sphere, we'll just play the Desert, pass the turn. Concealed Courtyard for our opponent. And a Lone Rider. I'll play a Plains, play Aerial Responder, pass the turn. We'd rather this not flip, given the choice. Anguish Unmaking, sure. Opponent gets in for 1. Well, play a Plains, play Ether Sphere Harvester, play Thraben Inspector, Pass the turn. Next turn, if we get a land, we might be able to start getting some Sunmare action. Opponent has Gideon. Oh man, come on, land! Land off the top would be so good. Immediately emblems, interesting. They must have multiple Gideons. Land? Off the top? Lone Rider. Well, I guess Lone Rider is fine. Play Lone Rider. Crew up. Get in with Aethersphere Harvester. Gain some life to flip our Lone Rider. And then I think we sack our clue now in case we hit an untap land. Or a tap land. No land. Double Sunmare, though, if we can get to it. And I feel like we're just ahead anyway at the moment. Sunscourge Champion. Alright, that's going to let our opponent flip their Lone Rider. Land? Cast out. Well, let's just cast out. Get rid of It That Rides Us One. Crew up our Harvester. And do some attacking. Alright, opponent Fatal pushes. I guess that's fine-ish. We will draw land eventually, and then it's horse time. Maybe our opponent isn't even playing horses. That seems crazy, but another Gideon. Makes a 2-2. And passes. Glory-bound Initiate. Man, we're having quite a time finding this land. Play Gisela. And I guess we just pass for now. Opponent has Fumigate. Well, that is pretty annoying. Oh, I wish we had drawn a land. Crested Sunmare still wins us this game, assuming we're able to gain some life. Man, we just really need a land. Land, please? Untapped? Alright, there's a Plains. So we get to Always Watching. Glory-bound Initiate. Pass the turn. If we can get in one hit with Glory-bound, we get to start gaining the Crested Sunmare life. Opponent makes a 2-2. Come on, no removal. Opponent has Sunmare. And passes. Well, attack Gideon and exert. This isn't ideal. We're kind of giving up our Sunmare for not much. Opponent blocks. We get a Sunmare. Horse comes along with it. Pass the turn. Oh, we needed our land a little bit earlier. Opponent eternalizes. Gets back their 4-4. Discards a land. So they're going to start getting horses as well. And yeah, I think we lose because of this. Unfortunately. Emblems Gideon again. Now we're drawing our lands. Play Thraben Inspector. Get a clue. Sack the clue. There's Gisela, but I think it's too late. Pass the turn. Yeah. This one's going to go down as a really frustrating loss. Our opponent's deck does not seem very good to me at being a Sunmare deck. But it's going to beat us here because we whiffed on land so incredibly hard. Opponent fires up a Shambling Vent. Going to go on the big attack. Attacks. Well, we'll kill Shambling Vent. Opponent's going to get another horse. Yup. Well, we play Gisela. Play a Plains. Pass the turn. Opponent's just out-horsing us right now. If Gisela lives and we get down a second Sunmare, Aethersphere Harvester, that might change the math. Turns on Gideon. No attacks. We draw a Plains. Well, play a Plains. Play Crested Sunmare. This might still win us the game with double Sunmare. Now, all of our horses are indestructible. The big problem is Gisela dies to Aethersphere Harvester. It gets us 2 horses. Yeah, I think we just gotta pass. Oh man, now we're drawing all the lands. Ah, so unfortunate, the order of our card drawing. If we had got our horses down a turn earlier. Opponent fires up Gideon. We need a cast out or a stasis snare. And definitely not more lands. Dak. Why are you doing this, Dak? Pass the turn. Opponent finds Thraben Inspector. Cracks the clue. If we find a removal spell, we probably oh my goodness. Yep. Well, now we don't win, even if we find a removal spell. Opponent's gonna get another horse. Well, this is quite the comedy of errors here. Down to 13. And I mean, I think this is just game. And we managed to get mana screwed and mana flooded in the same game. The rare feat that is only achieved by me. Oh, what are the odds? So we're going to bring in a couple more stasis snares. Go down. What are we going down? One always watching and one Gisela. Try it like that. All right, we're on the play. We'll keep this. I mean, we have good cards. Will we draw lands? Plains go. Opponent has a Shambling Vent. Oh, Plains Glorybound Initiate. Pass the turn. Are we gonna do it again? Are we gonna get mana screwed and mana flooded in the same game twice in a row? That's so hard to do. Opponent has Glorybound Initiate. Alright, let's just draw a land deck. Please? Alright, there's a land. So now we get to Stasis Snare Glorybound Initiate. Get in with Glorybound Initiate. I think that's worth doing because our opponent could flip a Lone Rider if we didn't do that. Opponent has Transgress the Mind. Can take our horse or our Cast Out or our Aerial Responder. And opponent has Thraben Inspector. We draw a Plains. Well, get in with Glorybound Initiate and Exert. Play another Glorybound Initiate. Play a Plains. Pass the turn. Hope we draw a land for Crested Sunmare value. Opponent has Fatal Push. Well, now we can't turn on our Sunmare next turn anyway. Opponent plays a Glorybound Initiate. Gets in for 1. Well, let's see what we draw. Well, I guess we just pass and leave up our Cast Out for this Glorybound Initiate, most likely. Opponent cracks the clue. Digging for a land. Finds a Thraben Inspector. Well, now I don't even think we Cast Out unless our... I don't know if we Cast Out, period. Opponent exerts. Man, it's risky. I think we're going to do it. Cast our Cast Out. So best case, we draw land, get Crested Sunmare value. Worst case, we just always watching. That's the worst case. Attack, exert, hit our opponent. Opponent's gonna block. Oh, deck. Again! Opponent has Anguish Unmaking, down to 10. Now we have no lifelink threats. Gets in for 1. Well, there's the land. A turn later than we wanted for full value. Play Sunmare, pass the turn. Opponent has another Anguish Unmaking. Down to 7. They're getting pretty close to being dead just to our Sunmares. We draw. Let's Aerial Responder. That keeps the pressure on and lets us get a horse right away next turn. Opponent finds a tap land. We both had the land problems this game. Drana's Emissary. Okay. I think we're good, though, because we get the Sunmare activation here. So get in with Aerial Responder. Gain some life. Second Sunmare. Get our horse. Pass the turn. Yes, our opponent gets to drain and gain. But they're pretty far behind the 8-ball now. Lone Rider. Okay. Cracks the clue. Okay. Well, our opponent's got a lot of chumping they're going to have to do next turn. And scoops it up. Whoo! We got there. Mono-white Sunmare taking down black-white Sunmare. And this deck seems pretty sweet. I mean, Sunmare is absurd. It is so good.
Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, take a minute and click that subscribe button. It's a great way to support the channel for free, and you'll find the next video in the playlist right here.